Hey folks, it's time for our Wednesday topic of the week, and this one's rich, crumbly, and biologically explosive. We're talking about supercharging your compost with worm castings. If you've ever looked at your compost pile and thought it's good, but it could be better, then worm castings are your new best friend. This week, we're going deep into why worm castings aren't just a supplement, they're a microbial mecca. Let's dig in. First, let's talk about why worm castings are a compost powerhouse. These little nuggets of decomposed gold are packed with beneficial bacteria, fungi, enzymes, and nutrients, all perfectly processed by our slimy coworkers. When you add worm castings to your compost, you're not just adding fertilizer, you're adding life. Castings jumpstart the microbial community, improving breakdown speed and nutrient cycling faster than compost can on its own. Now, one of the biggest reasons castings make such a difference is their impact on microbial diversity. Compost on its own develops some diversity, but when you bring in worm castings, you're introducing an entire army of microbes that came through the digestive system of a worm. It's like turning your compost from a school science project into a full-blown microbial rave. Fungi, bacteria, protozoa, even beneficial nematodes all coming to the party. The result? Faster breakdown, better nutrient retention, and more disease resistance in your soil. So when should you mix castings into your compost, and how? The sweet spot is usually after the thermophilic, or hot phase. Why? Because high temps can cook off some of those sensitive microbes in the castings. Wait until your compost starts cooling down, then mix the castings in as you turn the pile. That way, you're re-inoculating the pile with fresh biology and giving it a second microbial wind. Now let's talk ratios. You don't need to dump in a whole bin of castings to see results. For most compost piles, a 5 to 10% ratio by volume is plenty. That means for every 10 shovelfuls of compost, just one of castings will get the job done. They're powerful. Use them like spice. A little goes a long way. If you find this type of stuff interesting or useful, do me a favor and share, or join our community in the description for more tidbits of information. Now let's get back to it. Let's not forget the power of worm casting extract. Unlike tea, compost extract doesn't require brewing with food sources. You just mix your castings with water, agitate it gently, strain it, and you've got a liquid brimming with biology. It's a fantastic way to spread microbes quickly across your garden or into a new compost pile. It's basically soil probiotics in a bottle. Still not convinced? Let's talk real-world results. Gardeners who've added worm castings to their compost piles consistently report faster decomposition, fewer odors, and a deeper, richer final product. Even better, plants grown in soils amended with that enhanced compost tend to be healthier, more vibrant, and more resilient to stress. Before and after photos show noticeable differences in root structure, foliage color, and flowering rates. It's like giving your soil a double shot of espresso. And finally, let's bust a few myths and misconceptions. First, no, worm castings won't burn your plants. They're incredibly gentle. Second, you don't need tons of castings to see a benefit. Even a small amount can transform your compost. And third, yes, worm castings work in every compost system, hot, cold, static, or turned. There's no wrong way to bring biology to the party. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Until then, keep that compost cooking and your microbes munching.